0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Wonderful Pair, where two travel agents with very different perspectives collide. I'm Jess, the queen of couples getaways, and this is Tracy, the magical mama conquering family travel with a sprinkle of chaos. We're bringing you unique insights and experiences, whether you're dreaming of a child-free adventure or planning a family vacation. I was so good. But buckle up. Let's go. You and I have had some technical difficulties today.
Oh man. Hence why I'm holding my phone right at the moment right now.
And why you don't hear me on the fancy mic. So we're here.
It's okay. My cat's snoring. My children are being quiet upstairs. So chaos could actually erupt today.
No, you said it. You put it out into the universe. Now something's going to happen. But we love your kids. When the girls come in, they're the best. They understand mama's on talking to your internet friends, right?
Yeah, sure. Ideally.
I love it. Today has been completely crazy. We I don't know. Like there's just I guess everyone's decided, at least for me, we need to start talking about Christmas travel, holiday travel. We need to talk about spring break. We need to talk about weddings next year. Like
I'm already talking about 2027 in some cases. It's crazy. Well, cruise itineraries come out 2 years in advance. I mean, it's nuts. I just can't get a hold of, like, I feel like I'm in a time warp. I wake up every day and it feels like months have passed, you know? So, yeah, it's just astonishing to me that we're going to be entering 2026.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, there's a flying here. Yeah, it's already like quarter four, and I feel like we just started the year. But yeah, the other side of the house is wedding planning. So some of my local planner friends are starting to talk about 2027, and I said, absolutely not. But I guess if you want to plan a cruise for that far, we are looking at our Italy trip for Mr. Team Labo's family, looking at an Italy trip for 2027. So I guess we are looking that far out, but one of our vendors I reached out to and they said, yeah, we won't even talk to you yet. So you can
it's weird. It's everybody's kind of on a different schedule, but you know, those DCL cruise itineraries come out and people are like, you know, because they fill up fast and that's how you get the lowest price, FYI.
Well, so, and then you got Orlando that just launched November and December of 2026. And I go, can I get a little bit further out? Like 13 months that's not enough. 13 months to book for Disney World, but whatever. We digress. Yeah, so we're having fun. We're learning our new systems and we're going for it. I have another call with our St. Lucia wedding group next week, which is going to be fun. I'm so excited. That
is very exciting. I
kind of want to tag along. And they said it's okay if I pay my way. They're like, you want to come? And I'm like,
amazing.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
St. Lucia is gorgeous. I've only lived vicariously through people that I've sent there. So
I know. I'm really
gorgeous.
I've got another one. I don't know if I told you I have a honeymoon actually talking about next November. That's going to St. Vincent.
That resort is ridiculous. So
have you been there?
I'm assuming you're talking about Sandals. Correct?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes, I have not been there, but I have like deep dived. I've sent people there. One of my clients said it was the best vacation she's ever had. So, well, you know, that was going to be at beaches. So now they turned it into a sandals at the last minute. So everything is big. The rooms are big. You have walk-in closets. You have whole vanity areas. The views are all gorgeous because you're surrounded by the mountains right there. So it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous resort. And it's, in typical sandals fashion, it tends to be on the smaller and more intimate side. So you're not overwhelmed by anything. You're immersed in culture. And shockingly, the Italian was her favorite, and she's Italian, by the way. So I was kind of like holding, waiting on bated breath for her to review the Italian restaurant there, and she loved it.
Well, that's good to know because these friends, they're from St. Louis, and we have a very big Italian. La Bozzetta, obviously, we're part of it, although we don't live in our Italian neighborhood. There's a lot of Italian pride here in St. Louis, and so I am worried about them. So that should be.
They're gonna love it. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
So
I love it. So
segueing
yes,
into our
today.
next topic. Yeah, we want to, it's interesting when we first started, when I first started this, I don't like to call it a job necessarily, but it is a job. I have too much fun with it. But when I first started at the agency, um, and fine tuning client expectations and
Mhm.
meeting all kinds of different people from every kind of background, you come to start thinking about, well, what do they really need? What are they asking for? What's the best places for them? Because you just don't want to send anybody anywhere without knowing anything about them. And then you also want to make sure that they know things about themselves that they haven't even, may not have even thought of. So today's topic is, what type of traveler are you?
Yes.
And we're going to be discussing different vacation types, different people, different personalities. That is my cat. Sorry, everyone.
No worries. I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him.
Okay.
So
She's
yeah.
like emerging from, like, I don't know. It sounds like she's emerging from a cocoon. She's in a cardboard box
Oh God.
because that's not totally cliche. She's literally in a cardboard box right now.
Okay. Yeah, so talking about like the different traveler types, and I feel like there's probably an Enneagram interaction, some
Yeah,
kind of
probably.
personality test, but like, there's a couple that we kind of brainstormed, right? Like there's the planner, there's the spontaneous spirit, right? Where you just like pick a pick a train to go in Europe and wherever it takes you. There's like a luxe explorer, like I want a venue that's really got all of the fancy parts, the bougie parts, but it's also, a little bit adventurous. Then you've got like a budget friendly nomad. I think that's what all of those YouTubers do, right? They live on the road. But like, are you an adventurer or relaxation seeker or like an adrenaline lover? There's so many different ways and to go have fun. So I tell the story that like where we talked about this a little last week of like, where is your favorite place to go, right? Are you mountains or are you beach? And I think I told the story that I am a beach adjacent lover.
Same.
I want to be in the pool at the sandals or the all inclusive and know that the beach is over there. And if I wanted to, I could go walk on the beach. But let's be honest, I don't like the sand. So I don't want to go to the beach. I want to be in my pool. Ideally, have a butler bring me a drink. I mean, come on, if I'm going bougie. But if I translate that to Disney, I like being in a our value resorts are fabulous for what we need, but like I like the deluxes. I like going and having a theme around me. I like having lots of places to sit down. So I was actually telling a client the other day, they're like, oh, and there's this hike that we can do. A client is going to hike into the Alps in Switzerland and get married on a mountaintop with a photographer.
That's
and
amazing.
I go, cool, that she's already got the photographer. So we're working on the other part of it. And I was like, and she sent me the photos from this photographer, and it's amazing. It's gorgeous. It's like the bride in her dress, and they're by a waterfall.
Did
And
you
I
know?
have no desire. I
Yeah.
have no, it was gorgeous, and I am so glad that she loves it. I would be complaining the entire time.
Did you know that you could actually get married on a glacier as well in Alaska?
Ooh.
You can, there are priests that, not priests, I'm sorry. There are helicopter pilots that become ordained ministers. They fly you out just the two of you, or however, I guess.
However many kids make helicopter, right?
And you land on a glacier and you get married in God's,
that's
magic, like God's beauty. So, but no, like
No.
God bless the people that can do that, but that's not.
I
No,
have a story about hiking that I can't tell in polite company, but if anybody wants to
no,
know,
I'm not a hiker.
I will tell you off. No,
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I've worked with people that are very adventurous, very spontaneous. I think I'm a spontaneous person, but
Mhm.
the chaos, and that's probably because of the chaotic nature of like our family, our family dynamic. But, as far as vacationing, I need to plan everything down to a, you know, T.
Yeah.
I mean, allowing for some leeway here and there, but
Okay.
I need to, I have to have like an outline. I basically do an itinerary for myself, even though I know where I'm going. I know these destinations, most of the time, so I know where I'm going. But I need that itinerary for our family just so I don't forget something, just because it's just so crazy and
Yeah.
chaotic that I want to make sure I have everything in order before we go. And then I am completely an overpacker.
Yeah. Same.
And then at the same time, I'm an overpacker, but I love the challenge of carry-on luggage. It's like, how can I play Tetris with luggage? And how many things can I squeeze in here to avoid paying like the bag fee? But also it's from my own
Mm.
anxiety of like, what if they lose our luggage? What if we don't have this or something like that? So, um,
My tip
there's-
My tip there is I just did the air tags. So at least if they lose my bags, I can tell them where it is. And that made my anxiety feel better, right? I don't worry. I mean, I still worry, but I feel better when I land, I pull it up and I see my bag. Because I honestly, so we usually travel Southwest and we had to travel Delta for something. Maybe it was the cruise. I can't remember. But recently, where our seats were, it was the part of the Delta plane is a very small plane that like I had to put all the bags up. It was like the front of the bulkhead maybe or something. Like I had to put all the bags up. And I just grabbed my Kindle and I had my AirPods or whatever, like my over the ear for noise canceling. And I just read the whole trip. And I was like, well, maybe this is all I need. Maybe I don't need my big old bag. Maybe it's okay that I can put my, backpack above and the purse above. And it was so nice to not have all the crap around me. And I'm like, so I actually am leaning towards only checking bags. Send all of my bags, and it's all wheeled or whatever. But I have like a matching set that I can like mix and match. But I kind of like not carrying a bag. We did end up investing in something we can talk about, but like we invested in the Briggs and Riley fancy luggage. So
okay.
it's soft sided, it's not hard, it's not the hard stuff, but like they're expandable, they connect on each other. I have a matching like tote bag, they all coordinate, they all have my monogram, and I have homes for all of my stuff in it. And it's just like I know where the things are in it because we're traveling so much that it's nice to have it. And I was like, well, maybe I just check it. I have the air tag in it, and I know that I don't have to mess with it until it's up back. I know it takes another 20 minutes, but not having all of that stuff to get on the plane was really nice.
Knowing what I know about you, this makes complete and total sense. So do you feel like you are one type of traveler, one type of person, and then you just kind of evolved as you got older, or once you started doing family vacations with kids and all, did you think your preferences changed, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah. So Mike and I used to travel kind of like on our own. Like we went and we did a driving trip to the Grand Canyon. We would drive to Texas and visit my family when we were in college, right after college. So we did a lot more travel together, honestly, when we were younger, just the two of us. And as we've gotten older, as we've added the niece and nephews, like we travel with my mom, we travel with his family. And we actually are trying to figure out our schedule for next year because so some of you will understand this, like if you have kids, going going somewhere with your kids is not necessarily a vacation. It is a trip. It is not necessarily a vacation. It's distinct, right? When I travel with my family, and not to insult anybody, but we are the travel agents, we're the travel advisors, and also the tour guides. We're the ones who make sure everybody, we count all the bags, we do a count off of people, we make sure everyone gets on the plane. We're the tour guides. So we have become that instead of us going on vacation together. So it's changed like that way. I'm still
I feel
anxious.
like there's always one person in every like group, no matter what they do for a living, that is that person.
Yeah.
You know, before I became a travel advisor, I was that person for my family.
Yeah.
So I just naturally took on the role of being that person. So it was, you know, it was like a group of 20 of us running through Disney World, you know what I mean? But like trying to keep everybody on track.
Yeah.
I will say thanks to are very good friends. We've, we finally decided to try like a deluxe resort at Disney World and have now never looked back. So wherever we go, and that applies to Disneyland, Universal Studios, we like to stay in the nicer hotels. But that's our preference now, but also it's we try and make it more of a vacation now. Back
Yeah.
then, maybe pre-kids, um, we would stay value hotel, we'd stay moderate, and we'd just be going nonstop because to us the vacation was being at the parks or being in the destination and enjoying all
Mm.
of that. Now vacation is I definitely need a pool day and I need to sit by the pool and I need to
Yep.
have my Kindle and
Ah,
relax and all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to say it's because I'm getting older. I want to say it's because I'm becoming more experienced.
do you find that it's because I feel like we're that way as well. Like we've gotten to the point where we have been very blessed. We have gone to those parks a lot when we go to Disney. And if I don't ride a ride, it's not the end of the world because I've done it 100 times. Like it's okay. But I also like the deluxes because to me, it forces me to slow down and go experience what I'm also paying for. I'm experiencing that amazing pool. That's the fancy pool, the fancy drinks, and like the food on site. We also have like really leaned into food and beverage. We used to not really care. Like you just get food and you go. We always take our in-laws to a nice dinner because I love my brother and my sister-in-law. Their tastes are not as their palates are not as refined. They eat chicken nuggets for every meal. And so my mother-in-law is open to it. She wants to do fun things. So we will take them out for a fancy dinner when we go to Disney and they experience a place that they've never done. And that's fun. But we've experienced more food and like more fun stuff that's not the rides. And I think that's why people ask, like, why do you go to Disney so much? It's because of that.
Right. I think for us too, we've leaned into paying more for convenience and luxury.
Yeah.
Because, right, it's our vacation and we understand the value is not just being in the destination, but kind of like being able to enjoy all aspects of the destination even if you're not seeing and doing everything. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that applies to any vacation, any destination we go to. I mean, we've taken a few cruises now. The kids have really gotten to love the cruising, and really proud of my oldest daughter for giving it a try, even though it was out of her comfort zone. And she does love it. But we take every approach now and that's something she's taught us was just to just really try and enjoy the moments and not worry so much about what we're missing or not doing and just enjoy each moment together. um and then just instead of trying to figure out like how we're all going to take it in, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So um we love convenience, so we'll pay more money for convenience. We used to be very spontaneous, not so much now. But
So
we're spontaneous in other things, you know what I
yeah.
mean? So, but it's interesting when I talk to potential clients and I'm asking them, you and I both vet people when they come to us, and maybe they want to know where they want to go, but maybe they don't have an understanding of where they want to stay, or kind of the expectation of where they're going, and what the reality is of where they're going. So um, I like having these conversations and talking about, their different personality types and what it means to them. What how to get the most out of the vacation. Do you know what I mean? And I love hearing the answers, because then it helps me guide them towards the right destination for them.
Yeah. I think that we can take all of those things, just like everything for Disney, and kind of extrapolate it, right? Are you when you're going on the cruises, do you care about the room and the ship, or do you care about where it goes?
Right.
Like those are different, like it's a different experience, right? What do you want out of it? Well, I think so. We had a couple of like this or that, like maybe rapid fire ones that I thought might be fun. Okay, so I think I know some of these answers, but are you a plan 6 months ahead kind of girly, or like book the week before?
Oh no, I have to plan. I have to have something to look forward to.
Yes.
Although I do love people who are just like, I want to go to Disney in 2 months, or I want to go. It's October right now, and I want to go to New Year's on a beach somewhere. I love that. I love that, and I love that people value that, and that they want to do that, and live that kind of experience. I love that for them. I think it's awesome. So but for me, I have to I have to I have to definitely, most definitely plan ahead.
Yeah.
So
Same. I have to have things to look forward to. Okay, we already talked about the beach and mountain last time. So splurge on luxury or save for the next trip. So this is the problem, is that
yeah.
at some point,
Well, it's becoming more of a problem now.
well, no, when we were I think we were looking at, before we started cruising, the family, we were looking at, I don't know, adding a trip, and it was, I think the only thing in the budget was a value. And I got at Disney, and I got a little snotty, and I was like, I don't want to go to values. First off, value resorts, for those that don't know, only have double beds. There's occasion, I don't even know if there's a king bed anywhere at a Disney value, but don't quote me.
I think
The
Pop
vast
Century has them, but I could be
the
wrong.
vast yeah, the vast majority, or at least where we go, because we all like to stay in a room, like not connecting, but like near each other. So if we did a different room type, we might not be near each other. So it was, I don't want to stay at a value resort because it's a double bed and I want a queen, or at least a queen, really prefer a king. So I was being a snot. And Mike goes, well, we could just not go to this one and we could go next time. And I was like, but I want to go to Disney. The choice was going at a value. So we went. So add a trip to the calendar no matter what.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that. I think I'd rather go if it means going and having that experience than, right? Because our weekends are full of, we're soccer.
Yeah.
We're a soccer family. Both the girls play club soccer. So that takes up a lot of, the free time on the weekends. And that's pretty much year round, except for the winter months. So, um, but yeah, I think, with everything cost wise, I guess it would depend on the trip, right?
Mm.
If I'm going to go to Europe and I hate flying, I hate flying. I like bless myself 10 times before getting on the plane, and while on the plane, I need to do breathing exercises. I'm not a fun
Yeah.
flyer. And I'm glad that I have my children around me, because they're fine, but like, I'm helping one with one thing, taking the other to the bathroom. So it's a nice distraction. But
Yeah.
if I'm going to go to Europe, I need it to be nice. I need to have that investment and have be a nice experience, because I'm flying 6+ hours on a plane. And then if we're doing multi destination while we're there, it's so I need it to be nice. But I am totally fine with giving up some things in order to have the other.
Mm.
So I think it just depends on what your goals are for the year. I like to set goals. I have like a vision board
Mm.
that is our family trips. Emma wants to see the capybaras, and she wants to go and finally see a capybara, which I made that bucket list thing come true this summer because they happen to have one at a local zoo down by my parents. Oh my God, they were so cute. If you have the chance to go meet a capybara, go meet a capybara. They feel like Brillo pads,
Oh, you can
but they
touch
are the
it? You can
most,
pet it?
yeah, they are the most adorable animals. They're like giant cats, dogs. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Pigs even. I don't know. They're just so sweet. I'm trying to think of the temperament that I've encountered other animals with. I mean, they're just so sweet. She was rubbing one, and I think its name was Petunia or something. I forgot, or Pickles, something adorable, and it just kind of rolled over on its belly. They are adorable. So anyway, but she first became fascinated with Japan because of the capybaras, because they
Okay.
have a lot of cat cafes, and my kids are obsessed with cats because we have three. So they are obsessed with cats. And then she started watching, all the Nat Geo specials, everything else. But my daughter also loves Disney. So that's like a double. And they want to see the deer. What's the town in what's the city rather in Japan that has the
Oh,
Nira.
the little mini deer.
Yes, it's like, oh, it's a town that's overrun with deer, and you
Mm,
feed them, and they take care of them. It's so sweet. So she wants to do that. Uh, she also wants to go to Paris. She saw the Eiffel Tower, thinks it's amazing. So we have a lot of things on our list in the next 3 or 4 years.
yeah. But that's part of the fun. I think that's why um we had some other stuff that we were like, I don't know. But I think it's like this ties into like that how important travel is to you. Like, some people are like, it's a reward, and sometimes it's just like a way of life. And it's different, right? If you get one vacation versus, 4 or 5. If you do, I think one thing that's not on here is like, are you a quick weekend trip girly, or are you we need to go away for 2 weeks? Are you preferring to do more trips? So that's kind of where Mike and I have landed, is that we like to do lots of trips. I like to sprinkle it throughout the year instead of saying we're going to have one big something. So while, yes, travel is partially our job, but it is a reward, like to get through the quarter or whatever, but it's also kind of a way of life, is because we like having those, we kind of sprint, like the way our lives and our jobs are, is that we sprint to the next trip. Like it's always looking ahead to the next one. Hence why having it on the calendar is so makes me happy. I just need it on the calendar. Okay. What else? We're getting to be that time though. It's like
Yes.
nearly a half hour. The girls have been amazing. I haven't heard them once.
Oh, I was just about to ask if you could hear my husband hammering away outside.
What's he doing?
Um, I think I told you on the last week that we're doing Carnival as our theme this year for
Yes,
Halloween.
that's right.
So yes, every facet of my house, the front of my house, even the roof is decorated in some kind of concoction that my husband has, built or designed in his head and made it a reality. So this year's theme is Carnival, and last year's theme was based on Motel Hell. So this year's theme is Carnival, and there's a bunch of scary clowns and about a 12-foot skeleton dressed as a oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Ring circus master. What do they call it? Ring master?
Oh, like the ringleader.
Yes. On my front lawn right now.
I want to
And
see
he's
pictures.
yes, it's I both love and loathe this time of year.
Because he takes over your front porch.
He just takes over everything, but it's good because it's beautiful to see the kids come and they get excited, and we really get into it because we just love people, love welcoming people, love contributing to our community in that way. So um the reward is awesome. So the day of, it's really fun. The whole block gets into it. It's a great tradition that he's started. I just need to get through my own like OCD-ness and anxieties about like stuff all over the house. Like,
Yep.
you know,
So one thing that I picked up on a podcast, I don't know, probably talked about it in therapy as well, is I picked something to fail at while we're building our businesses and dealing with all this stuff. And I'm going to fail at keeping a clean house. So I'm
great.
choosing to fail, and the house is a mess. And that's fine because
I
I
mean,
choose.
That's a constant battle
Seems to be
every day.
So take that for what you paid for it. But if anybody who is watching or watching this back later, if you've got ideas of things you want us to cover or talk about, otherwise we're just going to kind of fun. We just use this time because once a week we know that we're going to get FaceTime with each other. So that's also fun. So
It is awesome. And it's nice to talk to an adult person, like face to face, as opposed to over the phone. But yes, I love this.
Fun. All right. Well, it's time. We both have stuff we need to run off to do. So we're going to call it and say thank you for joining us on The Wonderful Pair. Hope you enjoyed this little episode. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you never miss an episode. And we're on Spotify now. So don't forget to follow us on all the social medias for travel inspiration and behind the scenes fun. So it's time to go make some travel memories. We'll be back soon.
Bye, guys.